tends to be almost impossible to break that addiction. And if people that have gone to Narcotics Anonymous or Alcohol Anonymous, they say, once you're an addict, you're always an addict. Short of divine intervention, the chances of them going back to this particular drug is extremely strong. We're going to talk about heroin, we're going to talk about crack, cocaine, we're going to talk about a little bit about methamphetamine, we're going to talk about prescription drugs, which is something that sometimes we don't think as a drug addiction or a crime, but it actually has become an epidemic. Alcohol, if you don't know, living here in Alaska, that alcohol is, we lead probably the United States in alcoholism and crimes that are being committed under the use of alcohol. We're the leaders, the state of Alaska. What addiction feels like. We might not know personally what addiction feels like, but having talked with the people that are addicts, actually in the middle of use and having broken that habit, we're going to bring all that information so that you guys can understand a little bit of what it's like. And you know what? I think almost everybody has a habit. We all have little addictions or big addictions, whether it's the way we eat, whether what we do. Some people are addicted to exercise. So we all have a little bit of an addiction that we can actually, if we look into ourselves, we're going to be able to understand just a little bit more what somebody that has an addiction feels like. Because ours might not destroy us, ours might not change our life, but it's still something that we like to do, and we're not going to let it go that easy. Think about that in an aspect where it is destroying your life.
In one addition to that, we also are blessed to have someone that is really going to help us in this area that can talk from personal testimony to that. Because I think that in terms of teaching people about addictions, that is one of the most important things that we can do is give you somebody and present to you somebody that can talk about it firsthand. What does it feel like to be addicted? What does it feel like to crave something so bad that you would throw away everything in your life in order to get back? And so I think that'll be really, really beneficial to those that can hear her speak as well. And then we'll continue on with all of these topics. We'll also talk about healing and restoration, suggestions that we have, ideas that we have. We certainly are not claiming to know everything about this, but it's something that we've talked a lot about, prayed a lot about, and we have some ideas, and we'll open up a discussion during these workshops about things that we think we might be able to do. And then setting boundaries, like I mentioned. Every topic we're going to be talking about how to set boundaries when you're working with folks who have addictions, as well as the other topics. So what we did is we just threw in, we go through the different topics here, and we just gave you some ideas about Alaska. We wanted to bring this home to Alaska. I don't think anybody's going to be surprised that we have these problems here, or you might be surprised a little bit at the extent of the problem, but we put some of these slides in just to give you an idea. And I don't know if they're easy to read, or if you want to read them, we're back there.
I can read them real quick for you. For years, Alaska has ranked at or near the top of the nation in per capita alcohol abuse and other social ills, where alcohol is often a contributing factor, including the cases of child abuse, rape, domestic violence, and suicide. Some 57,000 Alaskans were victims of alcohol or drug-related crimes in 2003. According to the State Department of Health and Social Services, Alaska's alcohol death rate was the highest in the country in 2002. In 2003, nearly 40,000 Alaskans 18 or older were classified as alcohol dependent or abusers.
So a little bit dated, but just to give you an idea, we're certainly, if it's gotten better, I don't think it's gotten significantly better from that.
Prescription